That's the legendary Glen Campbell, rehearsing for tonight's Grammy Awards, which air here on CBS. Campbell will be honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award, his 6th Grammy, and he's currently on tour, a tour that unfortunately is scheduled to be his last. Anthony Mason went along to prepare this Sunday profile.
There won't be many more nights like this, with the trip from the dressing room down to the stage.
Okay, here's this first door. Sitting next to
On this night, the Rialto Square Theater, the jewel of Joliet, Illinois, is sold out.
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be anywhere.
Because Glen Campbell is here to say goodbye.
It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk.
Now 75, Campbell was diagnosed with Alzheimer's last year. So after 21 top 40 hits,
By the time I get to finish, she'll be rising.
and selling nearly 50 million records,
And the Wichita lineman is still on the line.
the Rhinestone Cowboy is riding into the sunset. How are you enjoying this tour?
I love it. I got my kids.
His 3 youngest children have joined his backup band. Cal on drums, Shannon on guitar.
This is my baby. My banjo player. Isn't that sweet?
And 25-year-old Ashley.
Seems like you're kind of keeping an eye on him out there.
Yeah. I feel a little protective of him, you know. I just want to make sure if he needs anything from me, I'm there and I'm paying attention.
Galveston, oh, Galveston, I still hear your sea waves crashing.
In Joliet, just after playing his hit Galveston, Campbell suddenly starts playing the song again.
Go on, dude.
It's Ashley who gently has to remind him.
We just did that one, Dad.
I ain't taught him how to follow me yet.
How long had you seen it going on?
It's kind of been creeping on for years now, like since high school even.
That's got to be tough to watch.
It is. It is tough. I was watching a YouTube video of him playing some amazing guitar solos, and I was just like, kind of miss that guy. I mean, he's still here, but he was so much more on top of it.
You're gonna need that cape over there.
You're gonna need it.
With the help of a teleprompter, Campbell's slip-ups are rare, and he makes fun of them.
Boy, always remember this, friends. If you do it perfect, they'll want it that way every time.
But at home with his wife Kim in Malibu, California, the subject of Alzheimer's is awkward because Campbell has to be reminded that he has the disease.
Alzheimer's.
Think we got that?
You do.
I do? I don't feel it anywhere. What do I do? Like what?
You forget things.
Of course. I've done that all my life. I'm forgetful.
How you doing? My grandkids. Just your grandkids? Yeah.
Typical with Alzheimer's patients, Campbell struggles with the present.
God bless you.
He does better with the past. One of 12 children of an Arkansas sharecropper, Glen Campbell first picked up a guitar at age 4. He was a natural. By the early 60s, he'd played his way to L.A. Though he couldn't read music, Campbell quickly became one of the most sought-after guitarists in the city.
He started getting a lot of session work.
Yeah, it was great, man. I bought a car.
One of an elite group of studio musicians known as the Wrecking Crew, in 1963 alone, Campbell performed on nearly 600 cuts for other artists.
Strangers in the night.
He played guitar for Frank Sinatra on Strangers in the Night.
In the night.
Then I saw her face.
For the Monkees on I'm a Believer.
Now I'm a believer. Wouldn't it be nice if we were
And for the Beach Boys on many of their recordings.
so long?
And when Brian Wilson took time off from the band, Campbell filled in for 6 months.
I had to go with him on a gig and play bass and sang his part. It was like, it's a little old lady from Pasadena.
Did you like being a Beach Boy?
Yeah, it was fun.
Then in 1967, his solo career took off on a Jimmy Webb song.
By the time I get to Phoenix, she'll be rising.
Winning 4 Grammys that year, he was hailed as country music's first crossover star.
If it's a good song, I like a good song, you know.
You never thought of yourself as a country singer?
No. I did just, I'm a singer, and I really like good songs.
The hits kept coming. And the next year, the Smothers Brothers asked him to host their summer replacement show on CBS.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Glenn Campbell.
Kind of everything changed after that, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. I didn't realize the power of television.
The Glenn Campbell Good Time Hour ran for 4 years and made him a household name.
Daddy sing bass.
Mama sing tenor.
Me and little brother were joined right in there. In the sky, Lord, in the sky. In the sky, Lord, in
Backstage after one show, the rising young star had a surprise visitor.
Is there Glenn Campbell here? There's John Wayne. I went, and he had his little girl with him, and she liked the Good Time Hour, and that's how I got that gig.
one day, little girl.
That gig was a starring role in the 1969 film True Grit.
I told him, I said, I've never acted before, and he says, well, hell, you can do that, Glenn. Come on. It was Duke, you know.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Say, no, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
I'd dispute your claim. I'd muddy up the water.
You do that and I'll kill you.
I look so bad in him compared to John Wayne. He won the Oscar. I've been walking these streets so long.
Campbell's biggest hit was still to come. In 1975, he heard a demo that he thought could be his signature tune.
Dirty sidewalks of Broadway.
You knew right away you wanted to record that song.
Oh, yeah. I've been walking these streets so long, singing the same old song. That was just perfect.
Like a rhinestone cowboy.
Rhinestone Cowboy was his first #1 record. But Campbell soon entered a dark period that included a notorious cocaine-fueled affair with singer Tanya Tucker, a time he himself would call runaway madness.
You went through some pretty rough times in the late 70s and 80s. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember them?
Yeah, I went to crazy.
You went crazy.
Yeah, I went stupid.
By the time Kim, then a dancer with the Rockettes, met him on a blind date in 1981, he'd had 3 marriages, 5 children, a coke habit, and a drinking problem.
Why did you stick with it?
Oh, there are times when I thought I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore.
But after repeated relapses, Campbell finally quit the drugs and the booze.
I'm a jewel now.
You're a jewel now?
You know, it took a while, but finally.
The singer sorts through it all on his new album, Ghost on the Canvas, which will be his last.
I've tried and I have failed, Lord.
The family says they felt they had to reveal that he had Alzheimer's.
I felt a little relieved because we were doing shows and he would mess up occasionally or seem confused and people would think something else was wrong with him, something not good, you know, like drugs or alcohol.
The Alzheimer's Association says Campbell's decision to continue performing is unprecedented, but he's only able to be on stage because Ashley and her brothers are behind him.
What kind of help do you need to give him out there most?
It helps when I just smile at him. He looks at me a lot and I just smile at him and he looks back at the audience with a little more confidence.
He has some really good nights, it seems.
Oh, he's great. He's doing great. It's amazing. He still surprises me with phenomenal guitar licks, you know.
Right.
I'm also when I'm watching him on stage, I'm also just watching in amazement, you know?
And the Wichita lineman is still...
As the disease progresses, Glen Campbell's connection to the world will slowly fade. But audiences are hoping he can keep the line open a little longer.